Hi Jet, I'm just making this video just to go over the design and the parts that are really important for when you guys are making the sketch. So as we said with this design, the roof is, you want it to lower a bit, which is fine. It just means that this column length here will be shorter. So on the drawing you've sent, it's different. The architects put the round bit here, which is possible, but it doesn't give you that nice openness on the sides. I'll just grab the other model. And that may be able to be done with split beam, like it would be able to be done. So he's done it like this design here. So it's on the front side. Yeah, I think what's good about our design is that it just opens up the feeling of the building. So I wouldn't do these stairs again. Like, I mean, it's possible, but it's a bit of a pain in the ass. And because your building's longer, I would, you know, you can put the stairs inside. So yeah, I think you can see from that. So the floor beams extend over that line, but you don't want to extend it more than 1 meter, and you can see that there's these additional supports. There's actually, in the real building, there's 2 additional supports. There's that one that goes I'm just looking at it. There's one that supports the railing, and then one that supports, oh no, there's nothing that supports under there because they don't extend more than 1 meter. But yeah, it's holding that railing, so the seat part and then the top railing too. There's another support that comes up to here. Can I put it in on the actual building? So it's like that. I'll probably turn that around so you can actually see it, because that's the building we're in now. Sun's a little bit in the way. So there's the pinching beam, that's the central pillar, that's the side support, that's the inner support. This one goes up to the top, and this one supports the seat. So you've got the top liddy and the seat, the bottom of the seat liddy. And you might be able to do that with the splits, but it's quite a small curve, so there'd be a lot of tension in the splits. That's why it's better to use liddy. Just show you the liddies again. So this is the size putu that we use for the roofing. They're 3 meters long. And these are bundles of liddies. So you can see they're quite small, like not more than 1 centimeter square. And they're 4 meters long. But if you just have 3 meter ones, and if we're just using splits, that's okay. And yeah, I think it may be better to stick to the plan of what we were saying for doing the side. So it's quite subtle here. Okay, what I wanted to point out though is to strengthen, like it's possible to use diagonal bracing here, but Madea said to me it's better to put a double beam, you can see it here, this double beam on either side of these frames. Double beam going through. The thing will be the joining them, because we've got 3, 6, 9 meters. So we just have to, which is fine, like he said, it's no problem. Joining is like putting like a dowel, bamboo dowel, which has got a node So we've got that double beam there that runs through for the additional strength and support. And then also on, there'll be another one running through at the top, sorry, at the top of the main pillars here. Actually, it might be easier if I show you from this side. So this is the top of the pillars, and for the wavy window, those ones will be a little bit higher, and these beams will come up a little to meet that curve, so that'll be raised a little bit, but at that level from here running through all the way through, there'll be another pinching beam, same like this. So you've got a pinching beam there running through, and one here on this side and on this side. So that's what he recommended to strengthen the building. Can you see that? That will run all the way along. So you'll be able to use it like a shelf. And then you've got this pinching beam here. I mean, if the roof is lower and these columns aren't going to be so high here, then that basically does the same thing. Like, you might not need to, but going off this model, you would have, look from the top, so that's your main ridge beam, that's the pinching beams, the bottom of the either side of the collar tie, and then here would be another pinching beam. So it depends on how high this is here, what's from the ground to where that roof's gonna come in. And you just got to keep in mind, like, if you bring the roof right down, depending on the angle, you're not going to, like, that space won't be utilizable, so you'll effectively have like 4 meter. So yeah, and then depending on how much overhang here is, so we've got the main arches here, and then this would be this one inside here is actually supporting this side beam here. So if that's not there, like, then it doesn't need that second arch. And so in terms of the rain and weather coming in, like with that beam that I said, the second one, if we keep it at this height, the height that it is in this model, that beam would run through here, and then you could probably put like cray blinds, we call them, like bamboo blinds, like or something to waterproof that can run down from there and just close that side in. That's what I would have a preference to do, so at least you can open it up when it's not raining, and but when it is raining you can close it in. So visually, like, there'll be a little bit of disturbance with that running across. Sorry, it's a bit hard to see on this side, with that beam running across there, but for strength and I guess safety, like, and being able to run, like, hang a blind off it, like I was saying, I think it's probably a better option. So for the workshop, I don't recommend doing that, the piece that you had on the drawing, the veranda out here, just because it is too small. Like, you won't be able to bend splits like that, or if you can test it beforehand, like you'll need to get a bundle of them and pull it into that shape and see if the bamboo will bend like that. I kind of think it might not, and it'd also need to be a laminated beam unless you have that strapping tool, like I was saying. So where is that strapping tool? think it might be in the other cupboard. Sorry, because I've got to go. I'll send a photo of it, but it is in the tools list. And that does like metal strapping. So you buy this stainless steel in a roll, and that's what they use for tying like internet cables and stuff. So yeah, I hope that's helpful, and we should get on a meeting soon as possible just to finalize those details. And yeah, feel free to forward this video to the architects. All right, thanks.